The fantastic thing about manually beat matching is then you have control over the rotation, so then you can manipulate it and you can manipulate the pitch, which is fantastic. If you sync it in, you can't do that. So that's why it's fantastic. When you unlock it and you're free, then you can really add a nice pitch variation, which I think is fantastic because it's almost like a vibrato. So here you can increase the volume if you need to, so you can hear it in your headphones a bit better. And the reason I'm checking here the cue point, I want to hear and make sure that do we have this new white noise wash that I've selected for this song. Is it that sound that I'm looking for? Because there's a reason why I want that. And then again, we're taking this aspect of playing with the music. We're listening to the lyrics, and then we're saying, okay, we can use that. So instead of going to see, we're reversing it, playing with the vocal. Okay. Now, the fantastic thing about manually beat matching is then you have control over the rotation, so then you can manipulate it and you can manipulate the pitch, which is fantastic. If you sync it in, you can't do that. So that's why it's fantastic. When you unlock it and you're free, then you can really add a nice pitch variation, which I think is fantastic because it's almost like a vibrato onto the vocal. It adds tension to what's happening. And then with that, you can add additional effects onto that. So that's what we're doing here. Because for me, it's quite dry. So then I'm marking out, well, let's add that. Let's add a bit of flair to it. Let's add this, let's add that. And that creates a different texture behind things. Now we're emphasizing the lyrics of those words, okay? So we're using the trans effect like we mentioned in previous breakdown, and we're cutting it up. So we're emphasizing that, Daddy never had a We're playing with the music. We're doing it creatively. We're doing it musically. Adding in more effects. And then we're switching over. And I know that now, because I meticulously listened to the cue point a few times, I know what I'm getting into, but you have that sound I'm looking for. And the great thing about this next one that comes in is we have a bar that's coming in. It's not just straight into it, it gives us a bit of space. Then we have this sound now prolonged through coming. So for something that I'm not a huge fan of, we can manipulate it and we can work with it. We can find a way to work with it and for it to become our friend. And that way you're working with the texture of the music, okay? So you have one, then you're saying, okay, which elements can I use? How can I perhaps elevate them, work with them, or make them better, or perhaps reduce something that I don't really like in that. So these are things you can think about, and then you can decide, okay, which effect I want to use here. If I'm trying to manipulate with the vocal, okay, maybe I can use this. If I want to add, the vocal's a bit dry, let's add a bit of reverb onto certain parts. Using the effects, using things to complement or take away things, rather than just randomly using things just for the hell of it.